Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing Heart of the Heroes of the Storm. Sorry, yeah, that is such a yeah. Anyway, all these names kind of look alike. We are going to just look at this game. For those of you who have never played this, it is yeah, it's a MOBA, obviously. It's all about team play. You don't have individual levels, you don't have items, you don't have gold, except for the map where you actually have to gather gold. But the main thing about this game is that instead of laning, there are actual map objectives. And I don't mean this watchtower, although we are going to probably see a bit of a fight over that. It wouldn't be very smart to fight over that at this point, but yeah. It seems that the blue team is going to pick that up. And yeah, that's all there's to it at the moment. So currently, our map objective are these temples. There are 3 of them. There's one over here, one over here, and then there's one in the bottom over here. They will light up at times. You have to capture them, and if you do control them without the enemies being present on this little circle here, then they will shoot at your enemies' strongholds. It's severely overpowered, as in it does way too much for, well, the amount of control that you can possibly have over it, realistically. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just demonstrating what the game is about. I will not commentate on whether I think it's a good game at this point. It's still in beta. It is a decent game to play. It's definitely fun. The main problem is that people are just not very used to it, especially the League of Legends players, and that is why I will be releasing a video on how to play Heroes of the Storm for League of Legends players. And here you can see that the red team captures this, and then this thing starts to shoot, and it will do damage to this thing. And you can see on the minimap it's 360 damage per shot. They are also going to capture this one. And yeah, he is outside of the range of this siege tank dude. So yeah, 360 damage per shot, and you can see here how many shots there are. I never actually counted them, but I'm assuming there are about 50 stacks. So yeah, that's a big bunch of damage, and way more damage than you can actually do by yourself. And that is why the moment these temples come up, or any map objective comes up, you want to just leave the lane immediately, group up with your team, and go get the map objectives. As you can see, the tactic they are employing here is to not kill the minions from the temple. The temple will still shoot, because all you need to do is control them. You don't need to actually capture them. And is she going to die? She might, yeah, she's going to die. Yeah, no problem. They are going to pick up 2 kills back though. The kills are only important for the amount of experience you gain from them. They are not at all important for gold. As I said, there is no gold. And yeah, there you see it, 666 experience. And the experience results in this, the team level. Team level 10 means you get your ultimate. Everything under that, just, well, team level 20 is second ultimate, by the way. Everything under that, all that matters is really the difference between the two. If you are 2 levels behind like they were just now, it is really hard to come back, because of the way this game scales. And also the scaling, yeah, not really well done, but that is quite alright. For now, it is still a beta. The problem is, of course, that the Blizzard people who make this game have no clue how this sort of game plays. So they just make something and hope that people buy all their super overpriced stuff. But yeah, it's not really well done in that regard. It is, however, as I said, still fun to play. And with 4 people bot, they should be able to pick out this this wall. So the wall consists of 2 towers and an actual piece of wall. And you can select whichever part you want. Then there are 2 outer pieces, but they don't really do anything. You can break them and then you can run past them, but yeah, it's not really that useful. So Nova might actually die. There you go. And they are going to get out of it, no problem. So yeah, all about team play, as I said, and that means that you have to group up with your team at times. Not always, of course. There is a big advantage for this one guy, for example, that actually stays in the lane and soaks up the experience, makes sure that, well, there's one over here as well, that's why we don't see them really pulling ahead. But there's a big thing to say for just staying in lane, and even if you lose your lane completely, as long as you are in range for the experience, it doesn't matter. You don't get extra gold or extra XP for last hitting, because last hitting is stupid. Yeah, I think every new MOBA has realized that. Dota, of course, being the skillful MOBA, will always keep that, but to be honest, every other one, there's a new temple up, by the way, in case you didn't notice. But every other MOBA, new MOBA has realized that last hitting is really just tedious and doesn't make your game fun to play, and that is what it's all about in the end. And as I said, if you want your game to be skillful, then you need to make your whole game skillful. So some of these MOBAs, they just make the last hitting because, or well, they just add last hitting just because everyone has last hitting, and that doesn't mean you should do it. Anyhow, the temple is now down again, and we will wait for the next temple. So the next one, the first one is always the top one and the middle one, which is why we see 2 top, 2 middle in the beginning, and then after that it's the 1 bottom. Now the next one is top and bottom. So basically you get all the combinations of temples, and yeah, well, 3 levels ahead now. This is normally completely impossible to come back. Since this Barbie here, yeah, she's a barbarian, and so Barbie, it's one of her lines that you shouldn't call her Barbie because she hates that. I don't know what the line is exactly, but I thought it was kind of funny. Because yeah, you do call the barbarians barbs, and so a female barbarian would be Barbie. Anyhow, we are going to not group up at all with this red team, it seems. The Nova just completely running around, and she does get very lucky that she doesn't get killed. She has stealth as well as decoys, and they went for her decoy, but yeah, obviously that is not going to kill her at all. It's not even going to damage her. So yeah, in this case, she has very low health, but she is able to just run away. These horses, by the way, they allow you to move quicker. It takes a few seconds to charge up, but once you are on the horse, you get something like 40% movement speed, and that is, of course, a huge amount. Some champions like this tank, they don't have that, so they don't have a horse, because the tank on a horse, yeah, that's too wild even for Blizzard. And yeah, this was, by the way, the boss. So the boss is not a true objective, but it is something. It's just a jungle camp, and you can see here that if you defeat them and then control the point that's left behind, you get the boss. That goes for every jungle camp. So also for these, for example, or these. You can. So here you get 4 guys. Here you get 2 guys, but these guys are ranged and the other guys are melee. Anyhow, the temples are up, as you can see. Well, as I said, top and bottom temple. I don't know the 4th revolution of this, but yeah, these first 3 I know, and then afterwards mostly the game is over, and that is indeed the case here as well. I mean, you can see that there's 3 levels between them, so normally the next temple would just get taken by whoever is ahead, and just to finish the game. They do finish the game quite nicely, the temple. So it's a relatively short game compared to other MOBAs, and you can see that most of the temple's energy is gone. But as long as you keep fighting, the enemy team will not be able to capture your temple, and yeah, so they will not be able to shoot at your buildings. Nicely done by the red team there to at least capture most of that power. There were only like 10 stacks remaining, and out of the 50, that's not a big deal. So the bottom temple also was captured by red, so red team doing a good job of keeping track of these temples. And of course, because they had the boss here as well, the boss wiped out this entire wall. And now they have a new jungle camp over here that just, yeah, as I said, ranged dudes. They cannot get hit by the, well, by your natural towers. So they will do quite a bit of damage before they get taken out if you don't react to them, and that's exactly what happened here. They didn't react to them in time, and that means that, yeah, a lot of damage has been done. This tower is almost down, even though it has plenty of, yeah, these little balls underneath it are the ammo. It has plenty of ammo still left, but it's not going to be able to use that if you just, well, attack it and kill it. There are several skills that actually allow you to destroy ammo, which is completely useless because, well, the first towers, they run out of ammo in like 5 seconds. And every tower behind that, as soon as you start pushing it, you can kill it way before it's done delivering its ammo anyway. So, yeah, not really useful skills there. But as I said, they don't really know a lot about this type of game, how it's played, and yeah, those kind of things, and that makes that yeah, there's really a lot in this game that they still need to learn as a research department or whatever they are. The blue team, we saw them take out these golems, and now it's top and mid again. So apparently the revolution has been completed, and we're starting over again with top and mid, which is the same as the first one. So still, or now the red team 3 levels ahead. There's really no way that the blue team can come back from this, unless the red team just completely derps it up, and that can still happen. I mean, for example, here the blue team is going to capture this temple, which means that, and this damage is going up, by the way. Here, 50 shots of 560 now each, which is like 25k damage. And you can imagine that that is quite a bit of damage, and definitely enough to sacrifice a few of your heroes, and definitely enough to actually pull away from pushing the lanes. And that's exactly what you need to do. A red team is still going to get one of the temples, and as long as they can keep this temple up and at least not give that away, they should still be able to just, well, make that happen. So blue team is at least going to get a temple this time. They did destroy this one, well, tower and wall, and now the tower is working on this one. And you see it's almost done. So yeah, you can do it as a champion as well. On this map, basically you don't have to attack in the lanes at all. All you need to do is fight over those temples, and as soon as you, well, whoever gets them wins, basically. There is no way you can do 25,000 damage in that amount of time. And yeah, if you allow your enemies to take a similar or the same amount of temples as you do, as you get, so you both get the same damage, then it's, I guess, dependent on how much damage you actually do as a team to these walls. But yeah, normally that is not so much the case. Oh, yeah, everyone's going to die. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, the red team completely outmatched here by this Illidan. But yeah, the heals are reals, and this should be a kill for... Ah, yes, they do pick it up. This guy... The Tassadar there, running out a little bit too far, and, well, our tanky dude, the tank, actually not there at all. So all of these guys, of course, have names, Volstad, Sergeant Hammer. They're relatively random. Some of them come from World of Warcraft. The StarCraft ones are all just random, except for the ones that are actual... well, mostly bad guys, to be honest. Well, we have Raynor as well. But yeah, we have Raynor and Tassadar and things like that. But like, we have a siege tank, which has a random name, and we have a Demon Hunter, who has a random name. That's, of course, from Diablo 3. So all in all, yeah, it's it's a completely different game from what you would normally see. And yeah, the fighting here now over this bottom temple, which is the next one to come up, and it is now up. The red team captures it, no problem, and they're all here. But because they're ahead and they're now level 20, they all have their level 2 ultimates, and those are way stronger than the level 1. They should be able to just finish this quite easily, this fight. But it seems that the green team, or blue team, is doing a good job of, of coming back here in this fight. They are going to capture the temple, get most of these stacks off of it, because, well, a few of the stacks were already gone to the red team. And then, yeah, now it's 20 to 20. I said that it would be relatively easy to win this, and it should have been. The problem was, of course, that they didn't really focus the right champions or heroes. And yeah, that was just it. So yeah, the main base, this is basically your nexus. So if this goes down, you die. It is still at 100%. It has a shield on it, as you can see. Once the shield is down, you can chop or chip down the health. And if you stop attacking it, the shield will grow back. But yeah, well, that's always like that with shield, right? So they are going to go for the boss once again. The boss will follow bottom lane, just like before. All of the siege camp have their assigned lanes, or all of the jungle camps, I should say. So yeah, we now see that this ability, so the ultimate ability from the tanky dude, the Sergeant Hammer, is actually, or you can actually set it up as we see here, in a line, and it will shoot every time it's up. So you can reposition it, but yeah, it does, in this case, 800 damage to everything it goes through. So that's minions, heroes, but also buildings. And you can actually poke down towers with it. So in this case, it is aimed at the minion wave, and you can see that they all died. And 829 damage there because they just leveled up. The blue team now 1 level ahead. They actually came back 3 levels and now, yeah, well, a 4th level. And they should be able to hold off this push, because obviously there are 5 people, I'm assuming, no, 4. There are 4 people pushing this. Oh, there are 5. The other guys showed up as well. And they should be able to end this, but yeah, the blue team is very strong, and they did come back, so they might actually be able to fight enough here to, well, make a difference. And whoa, the shield way too late, but he did survive, not because of the shield, because the shield didn't go down. But yeah, at 21 to 21 team score, it goes down. As you can see, it's 17-minute game only. Even though they kind of derped it up, it could have been over way sooner. And that is exactly the design of this game. The concept is that the game should last no longer than 20 minutes. And even though it does sometimes last a lot longer than that, especially on the maps that don't have that very strong map objective like this map, it can take a little bit longer. But yeah, please leave a comment if you want to see more, or if you don't want to see more, or if you want me to do personal commentaries or whatever. Just leave a comment. This was just an experimental commentary, basically. I just wanted to see how the replay system worked, and yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.